Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel from Woodworking with Dash, and today we're going to make this box out of veneers. We got Nimbus veneer at the top and Malt Soprano on the sides. I got a whole heap of veneers out of a sample book, and they're perfect for box making. Today I will show you how to use veneers, how to press them, and how to use them in box making. It came out great, didn't it? Look at that. Hey guys, if you're liking these videos, please subscribe and ring the bell. I'm only a new channel looking for subscribers. I think I'm giving value for your time, so please subscribe. Hey guys, a new day and a new box. I hope you like the veneer box. I wish I could see it, but I don't do that part of the video to last. So, I suspect it's going to be almost the same as this box, which is a veneer box with an internal tray. I've got a decision to make. I'll put out 4 lots of veneers. I'm going to use one for the side and one for the inlay at the top. I got a lot of these veneers out of a book, a sample book. They're perfect for boxes. With the 300 by 200. So the box size is 60 mil. So I got 2 longs and 2 shorts out of one piece. So they're great for box making. And there's all these different timbers. They're like oyster. I don't know whether they're man-made or they're real. I don't know how you can man-make these, but they seem to come in all different. What's this one called? This one's called Madagascar. Damn, I don't know how to make it. Or if it isn't made, maybe it's a real timber, just died. I'm not sure. So I've got a decision to make. Which ones am I going to pick for the box? Okay, we got that one over there, which I don't mind. And the next one is a good contrast. I like that one too, but I like everything, you know. The pink and the black, damn. I don't know what sort of timber I'd put with that. So I might give that one a miss. And the washed soprano and the oyster, yeah, that's a good match too. That has to be a very light timber, like maple with it, I suspect. But I'm leaning towards, I've settled on Malt Soprano and Nimbus. I think that's going to be a very I think that's going to be a very. I'm going to have the Malt Soprano as the sides, but so the lines in it can go around the corners. That's cool. And the Nimbus as the top. The Nimbus is almost the same as that top, but just a shade lighter. I just got to pick what sort of timber I'm going to use with it now. We have to have 2 very striking bits of veneer. I think I'm just going to use, I don't know, I think I'm just going to use a light timber. I think I'm just going to use ash. I just make these things up as I go, you know. So I don't like to commit to anything until I actually do it. Anyway, the first job is to put these 2 on a 1/2 inch birch ply and put it in the press and let it dry. I put the wax paper on top so the excess glue doesn't stick to it. That's it. It's another glorious day in the core. I just took the board out of the press. Gee, the press makes them come out so flat. So flat. Great stuff. I put these sides on 12mm birch ply, but I put the top on 9mm paint exterior. because I want to have a bit more of a shaker style edge to it. We'll work on the box itself, cut this to 60mm, and then we'll miter it, put a groove in it, miter it, cut a bottom, just like we do normally. I won't show too much of that now, because you've seen it so many times, but I'll show a little bit of it, and we'll take it from there. I've cut the ply down to 60mm, so that's one end. I'll put the groove in for the bottom. You see it's going to be the birch ply on the inside. That's fine, you're not going to see any of that, but the tray is going to come right up to the top edge this time. I'll show you why later. And now I'm just going to cut the miters, and I'll cut them on the tables over here, but they're only 60mm high. When you cut a miter with veneer, you always got to make sure the veneer is to the front of the blade, so the blade's cutting into it. Don't have it so the blade cuts out the back, but you'll chip it out. Because it's only thin veneer. So always make sure that the blade's cutting into the veneer. Glue up. I'll put the masking tape on. Now flip it over. Okay, one side's dark and one side's light. But as I said, you don't see any of this birch ply in the end, but the tray covers the whole lot. But we have a timber surround going around the top to cover the birch ply edge. It sticks into the box. So the tray's got to come up in between that. So you don't see any, you see what I mean when I do it. Okay. As I said before, guys, I got all this ply, well, I got all this veneer out of sample books. There's a couple of companies around, I think the one's gone out of business, that they give out the sample book for the veneers. They give them out to architects, to cabinet shops, anybody that would show them to a client, so they can pick them, so they can sell their veneer. So there's a lot of books out there, and mate, as I said, they're great for box making. So just have a sniff around, and any old woodworking places closing up, or architects closing up, or just have a sniff around. You'll find them. They're pretty good. Okay, put this to the outside this time. Bit of bing. Because we're only using veneers now, we're going to make sure that the points come up perfect. Just nip it up a bit. And just adjust the points as you go. So the box is all drying in the cramps now. And now we have to cut the timber to cover the front edge. So same as this box. I've cut the timber for the surrounds with the dado head. I put about a 3mm trench in it, so just to align it on the top of the plywood. And you also notice that I rounded the corners over with the little router first, but you've got to do that first before you trench. There's nothing for the router wheel to run up against, so you do that first. Then I trenched them. And then I took them back over to the planer. I planed them down to about 9/16, so 7/16 I think. So they were just a bit too chunky, I thought. As you do boxes or anything, just take a step back, look at the aesthetics of things. See if anything looks too chunky or too thin or out of proportion. Just eye things up a bit. Anyway, so the boxes is the clamps. The surrounds are done, ready to mitre and put on after the box is dried. Guys, I've cut this around for the top. I cut them to about 30mm, left about 17mm, and I put a groove in them on the saw so they fit over the plywood and the veneer. Just like that, see? Again, this is a 5-piece lid, but it's different than the ones that we done before. But this time it's shaker style. So the centre panel is below the surface of the surrounds. Yep, good enough. Everything is dried now. Let's see what we've got. Take these out of the clamps. Look at that. Coming out quite well, isn't it? We can take the top out of the clamp now too. So that's what we've got so far. We're just about done. I put some very small legs on the bottom. The legs that I cut for it, I didn't like them, they were too chunky. So that's getting back to what we were talking about before, that you've got to stand back and look at something. The legs that I cut covered all the edges, and I wanted to see that with the sharp edge. Okay, and I put an accentuated over round on the top, so it's very tactile now. I made the tray, so I just after it's all polished, I just put it in the bottom. It just slides in there, and you see how you don't see any of the white. The tray covers the whole white of the birch fly. So all we have to do now is sand, polish, and then hinge the lid. Hey guys, box is all finished. Look at that Mozzarella. Doesn't it just pop with its chocolate brown and black stripes? And the nimbus on top as a contrasting timber. And the ash goes well with both of them, I think. I put a white interior inside it. I put the small leaves on. And it's just good. All the proportions are just right about this box. I like it a lot, actually. I like it a lot. And today we're going to make this great looking spice box. It's got compartments for all the spice bottles. What a great looking box, guys. We've got walnut and maple X's all over it. So, in every direction. Very hard to get them lined up, and I did make a mistake. So come on a journey and we'll make this box right now, guys. Just rough cutting the walnut now on my crosscut saw. And running it over the butter. And doing the edge now. And through the thicknesser it goes. I never get sick of using the thicknesser. It's a great machine. Helical head. I like it. I really like it. I like it a lot. And the maple goes through it too. And just ripping it on the bandsaw now. Moving it roughly down to width. And gluing up the stringers now. There you go. Gluing them all up. Tying them up in my old cramps that I use. Much better than the new ones. Much better. And putting the stringers through the thicknesser to get them roughly down to size. There it goes. Put all the stringers through the planer and the sander, and they've cleaned up quite well. I've cut the body of the box out of 17mm ash. I've also cut the uprights. The small uprights that got to go up the box. But the problem is that they have to be joined into end grain. I just can't glue them, but I don't think they'd be strong enough. So I'm going to dowel. I'll cut these in half and then dowel them back together again with this in the centre. And then we'll take it from there before we do the horizontal ones. Just cutting them in half now. And you'll see how I mark everything. I keep everything in order. So I mark A, B, A at A and B and B. So it's very easy to get mixed up when you're doweling and doing all little bits. There, there's another one being done. And now I'm just on my $20 drill. I'm drilling the dowel holes. There you go, that's one. I do one side at a time. Make sure I keep one face either down or either up. That's the trick to doweling. Don't turn them over. With the short ones, I turn them around. I don't turn them over, I turn them around. There you go. And drill all the way through. And just gluing them up now. Put the big long dowels in them. There you go. And putting glue on the end grain, and I'll put glue on the stringer too. And hit them through. Do the same on the top. And now I can just cramp them up and let them dry. And I put them through the sander. I can't put them through the thicknesser, but if they might chip out, they'd be cross grained on there. So I decided I'd sand them all up. Now I cut them in half and put the other stringer in, so it looks like a cross now. I've taken the panels out of the cramps. Look at that. The cross in the centre. Looks like some flag, doesn't it? Attention! The flag of Dashland. How I'd done the cross one on the cross grain by drilling a dowel all the way through. I bet you can't do that on a domino, guys. A $20 drill press. Cheap and practical, guys. That's the way to go. As long as it works, it's good. Now the next trick is that we'll sand them all down now, so we'll get them all flat, and then we've got to cut them, and we've got to cut the miters. Now it's all about the pattern now, because the pattern has to be in the centre, long ways, sideways, and front and back. So everything has got to match up. Might have made a mistake by gluing the top up too. I'll see. I think I should have put the box together first and then made the top to suit the pattern on the sides of the box. But I've done it now. We'll see how we go. Okay, just cutting the bottom now I work down from the pattern. And cutting the 45-degree angle on it. I've also put in the groove for the bottom too. Keep everything in line. And just gluing it up now using the masking tape method. There you go. Bit of glue. Looking a bit flustered here, aren't I? Just a little bit flustered. Wonder why. Yeah, if I had another brain, it'd be lonely. Can you guess what I'm doing wrong, guys? I'll tell you in a minute, but you should be able to guess by now. I come to the realisation in a minute. I didn't put the bottom in. Had to take it all apart. Now I'm using the same masking tape to put it all back together again. And just cramping it up now. And fitting the top. Taking a little bit off at a time, walking backwards and forwards as I do to fit the top. Checking it all as I go. Again, taking a little bit off. Walking backwards again. And I even forgot to turn the radio off. Now it's glue up time for the top. Time to take the box out of the cramps. But guess what? I stuffed up big time. You saw me fitting the lid. I took great pleasure in fitting the lid and everything come out not too bad. And when I glued it in, I turned it around. So now the pattern doesn't line up on the top here. We'll take it out of the cramps and we'll have a look. Okay. I just got to live with it. There's not much I can do. All these little mistakes are just part of the process of making something. Sometimes it turns out great, and sometimes you just got to live with a small mistake. I'll put a round on it, and I'm thinking it won't look too bad when they're after the rounds on it. Anyway, we'll take it from there. Okay, just putting the round on it now with my little router. I round over all the edges and cutting the lid off now. Just have your saw blade just above the timber. Here's a trick. And there goes the last of it. There you go. And just routering for the cigar box hinge. There's 4 different jigs I have to use here to get that hinge routed. And drilling for the arm of the cigar box hinge. You got to go all the way down into the box. And then I got to go backwards and forwards so I do clearance. I'm coming on with the box now. I've rounded over all the edges and I've cut the lid off, as you see. Yeah, it's the mistake is not too bad. I can live with it. Gonna have to. So they go in just like that. Cool. But I can't put them into after I polish. So the next trick is to cut the racks for the spice jars, sand and polish, and then put the hinges on. Yay! There, just cutting the Occam now for the tray. and putting it through the thicknesser. I think I'm up to t-shirt 8 at the moment. And doing the halving joints. Doing the end of the halving joint on. I've got some marks there and I was pinning on with the pin gun. We're getting there now, guys. Made the insert, the tray insert. Look at that. That came out great, didn't it? All halving joints. Hold each individual bottle. And got the lid that goes on there. Now we'll open up with the cigar box hinges. Look very neat. All we have to do now is to sand and polish, and then we can hinge it. Yay! Okay, just polishing up the lid now. It never gets old, guys. Look at that. And that's my drying rack. And after I polish it all, I put it in the drying rack to dry for about 20 minutes. Look, we're all finished. What a great looking box. Ash, walnut and maple. The extras come out great, didn't it? The mistake doesn't stand out too bad. So I can live with that. I'm going to have to. And the inside, we've got compartments for each spice bottle. So they can just sit in there. And yeah, come up really nice. Really nice, guys. I quite like it. The extras really make this box, don't they? It's just a good looking box. Just a good looking box. Okay guys, thanks for joining me this week. And come again next week where we will be making another box. Oh, I forgot to say the word. This box does, yeah, I'm going to say it. This box does pop. It does pop. I'm going to get t-shirts made up with pop on them, I think. Anyway, see you next week, guys.